My name is Morey Haber. I'm the Chief Security Advisor here at BeyondTrust. I've been with the organization over 20 years now, focusing on privileged access management and identity security. My tenure at BeyondTrust has seen me run products as the CTO and most recently as the CISO for the last 6+ years. BeyondTrust as a company was actually founded back in 1985, but the name BeyondTrust really took foothold in around 2012 and again in 2018 with the combination of Baumgar, BeyondTrust, Lieberman, and Avecto. Today, BeyondTrust is a global leader of intelligent identity and access security, protecting organizations from a wide variety of cyber attacks, mostly on privileged accounts. We empower organizations of all sizes and verticals, governments, nonprofits, etc., across the globe to secure privileged access, manage identities, and prevent breaches through basically innovative solutions that solve privileged access management and identity security problems. The BeyondTrust portfolio addresses a wide variety of privileged access management and identity security problems. We have on-premise technology for organizations that still maintain air-gap networks and holistic data centers, as well as full cloud-based solutions as SaaS offerings to address similar types of problems. This is really an evolution as companies have transformed their environments from on-premise to remote workers and ultimately through SaaS solutions. Now, in the cloud, we've introduced the brand new solution called Pathfinder, and this is an identity security based platform with AI built into its core that helps organizations understand the usage and behavior of accounts, not only privileged accounts, but all accounts that could basically be a penetration point into an organization. We call it paths to privilege. That is, any account within an organization could be abused or misused and have elevated privileges that would then be in turn a risk to the business. That linkage or that path, or what we call true privilege, is any organizational account and identity, human and machine, that could then be linked to a privileged account and become a risk. So BeyondTrust solutions look at artificial intelligence, AI, as a tool, not necessarily a solution. And there's a really important differentiator with that within the marketplace. You see a lot of solutions out there that are AI solutions, and they could be for creation of video, audio, chatbots, etc. But as a tool in our solutions, we're solving some really critical problems that organizations face. First and foremost, using narrow AI technology, that is technology for a specific purpose within the AI realm, to essentially determine if behavior for human and non-human identities is actually what they claim to be. For example, if you have a human account that's registered and it's behaving in a very rhythmic way or a very methodical way, the AI engine is able to determine that it's actually potentially a bot or a machine manipulating that account, and vice versa, a machine account that is behaving more like a human. That's really hard to do for you and I when looking at log files and trying to do an analysis. But when it comes to AI, it can actually help determine that if something is specified as one type or another is behaving like something it shouldn't, and that generally is an indicator of compromise for that account. Now, AI grows even further within our portfolio to start embracing that behavioral piece by becoming more generative. And this is a little bit of a future type piece, but it helps define and basically log or present to the administrator what that summary of behavior is. This is what they're doing. So AI within the platform uses not only our solutions, but a large range of connectors into the identity and access management space to help determine and basically document, is it human, non-human, behaving the way it's not supposed to, and then creating a narrative for what they've actually performed. If there's ever any doubt about the power of AI in an identity and access management solution, and specifically an identity security solution, you can look at case studies just from a few years back. One particular case study stands out to me. And in this particular case, an end user store company secrets in a personal password manager. That was compromised by a threat actor, and an API key exposed that connected a logistics system to their help desk system. The threat actors essentially used that API key to hijack all open support tickets, and read the contents that occurred for multiple weeks. When it comes to AI, we were able to look at that behavior and see that there was a session token hijacking that had occurred. We were able to see that the behavior was not the way it was supposed to be in terms of the usage of that connectivity. And really, the dwell time was minimized to only about 2 weeks, where that potential threat could have gone a lot longer. These types of threats, when we're talking about machine identities behaving as humans, are key for the artificial intelligence model that I'm speaking about. Because many times these are forgotten about API keys or integrations or things that are not rotated or managed promptly, that when they start to behave the wrong way because they have been compromised by a human or a syndicate, a threat syndicate out there, then we really need to identify the behavioral problems, and AI is in tune for doing that. From a personal perspective, I believe AI is in an inflection point. I do believe that we're going to see an interesting bubble in the remainder of 2025 and the beginning of 26, where some technology will thrive and the hype of the bubble will burst. We've seen marketing where zero trust meets AI. We've seen toothbrushes with AI. We've seen all sorts of things, and that's the type of bubble that will potentially burst. But there is a place as a tool, as a solution for certain needs that AI will accelerate. And people should be very conscious of the different types of AI and understand the marketing differences that are present in the industry. Narrow AI, as I've indicated, is a specific task. Generative AI is what most people associate with OpenAI.org, where you're creating content based on a large language model. But things like general AI that can replace human intelligence are a far way off. So be mindful of what you're getting into when you look at AI solutions. We do believe here at BeyondTrust that narrow AI for specific tasks within the identity security is here today. Generative is coming to help summarize large reports and large contexts, but general AI, where it can actually interact with you in an intelligent way and make decisions based on content outside of what it's been trained for, I think that science fiction piece is still a few years out. BeyondTrust really is a global leader in identity security and access security, truly protecting organizations across the globe from an evolving landscape of cybersecurity threats. We have an industry leading platform in Pathfinder that unifies privileged access management and identity security and identity threat detection and response in one solution. Organizations that are operating on premise or in the cloud, or even need government certifications like FedRAMP, are all possible with the BeyondTrust solutions. We empower organizations to control access, enforce least privilege, detect behavioral anomalies, and reduce risk across a wide variety of environments, meeting modern regulatory challenges. We're trusted by over 20,000 customers worldwide, 75 customers of the Fortune 100, and we really believe that the future in identity security is here today. Because in the end, it's much easier for a threat actor to log in versus hack in, and exposure of identities, credentials, or even weak MFA really allows modern threat actors to compromise an organization, and BeyondTrust is uniquely suited to solve those particular problems.